Let's talk about how to write a bestseller with AI, specifically ChatGPT. But don't worry, you can do this with any AI model you prefer for your writing. I get a lot of questions about how to actually produce something that's high quality and that readers will truly enjoy. So, I'm just going to run through this. It's about 11 to 12 steps, and there will be a PDF version of this where you can check it out and run through it at your own pace. First, you want to start by choosing a genre and seeing if there's any demand or traffic in that genre. What I like to do is head over to Amazon, where you'll find a treasure trove of genres to explore. If you go to the Kindle store, you'll see an entire list of genres just waiting for you to create something amazing. Personally, I'm all about writing crime thrillers and science fiction, but whatever sparks your interest, go ahead and click on it. Whether it's romance, teen and young adult science fiction, fantasy, or nonfiction, dive right in. For this example, I'm choosing mystery and thriller, but specifically crime fiction, not suspense. If I look at KD Spy here, this genre might generate about $10 million per month in revenue. Crime fiction in particular brings in around $2.6 million per month. That's a huge market to tap into if I can get my book into the top 100. And guess what? I'm going to show you exactly how to do that by the end of this walkthrough. There's a ton of demand for crime fiction, so don't worry too much about the competition. We'll use smart marketing to climb those charts, helping us sell even more books to eager readers who head straight to Amazon looking for their next great read. Let's click on organized crime as an example. That's going to be my genre. Once you've found your genre, dive into researching the bestsellers. Copy and paste the books and stories that catch your eye, including their blurbs and reviews, into a Word document. For instance, I grabbed these 4 books, read through their blurbs, and copied and pasted them into a Word document along with the reviews. Then, I take this into ChatGPT to generate not only story ideas, but also to get a sense of what readers loved or didn't love about the themes and plots of these stories. This process helps me come up with even better ideas that fans of this genre will enjoy. Once I break into the top 100 on Amazon, my book fits right in, making it more likely that readers will enjoy it, helping me climb the ladder even further. Let's walk through an example. I'm going to copy and paste this into ChatGPT. It could be ChatGPT 3.5 or ChatGPT 4. It doesn't really matter. Here's my prompt. These are the most popular blurbs on Amazon for the crime fiction and organized crime genres. Some of these blurbs include reviews. List the most common patterns in the plots, characters, and themes, and then give me a breakdown of what readers liked and disliked about the books that have reviews. Here's the list I got. Common themes: mafia and crime family settings, forced proximity with romantic elements, protagonists with dark pasts, power struggles and betrayals, explicit themes, redemption and second chances. What readers liked: complex characters, plot twists and surprises, chemistry and romance, an engaging writing style, emotional roller coasters, and a dark, atmospheric vibe. What readers disliked: explicit content. Some readers felt uncomfortable with the more intense themes. Violence, frustration with characters' actions or decisions, especially in relationships. Predictability and cliches. Some readers weren't thrilled with the inclusion of cliched elements or predictable character arcs. Pacing issues and dark themes, particularly if you're venturing into dark romance where things can get really intense. Now that I have this information, I can ask ChatGPT to whip up, let's say, 10 new story ideas inspired by these blurbs and the crime fiction and organized crime genres. The more stories you feed it, the better the ideas you'll get. Personally, I love using IdeaGPT, a custom model I built specifically for brainstorming ideas for both fiction and nonfiction. It's a powerhouse. It'll give you plot twists, the perfect characters for your story, locations, magic, if you're diving into fantasy, and even lore. Once you've got your idea, you're ready to start developing your story. If you want your book to read like a bestseller, upload your data to StoryDevGPT. This tool will generate characters, locations, magic, and lore that will enrich your story and take the idea you got from ChatGPT or IdeaGPT to the next level. Once you've done that, it's time to build your Codex. Some people used to call this their story Bible before AI. It's an absolute must-have. Combine your idea, plot, and story development into a codex, which will serve as the blueprint for your book. I personally use Outliner Pro for this, which you can find inside Novel GPT, an AI writing course packed with 18+ custom-built GPT models, along with in-depth videos that guide you through the entire process, from idea to publishing your book. Here's an example of my codex for a book I was already working on. Your codex will include everything: your plot's beginning, middle, and end, your cast of characters with all their background info, and your world-building elements, like locations, magic, lore, and technology if you're diving into science fiction. Then you'll move on to your outline. Personally, I break down my outlines and chapters into beats. This codex has 30 chapters, aiming for around 50,000 words, with 4 beats per chapter. Once you've got your codex ready, it's time to add your writing style. You can either put this in a separate document or integrate it right into your codex for ChatGPT to reference when you're prompting it. I recommend using past books you've written or short stories, and if you're writing nonfiction, pull from blog posts or articles you've written. This helps the AI mimic your unique style. You can also use the voice architect in the Novel GPT course, which can craft a writing style for you. Even if you already have a defined style, Voice Architect can break it down, making it easier for ChatGPT or any AI model you choose to understand and replicate it perfectly. Now you're ready to generate your entire book with ChatGPT. I'm using Novel GPT, but feel free to use any AI that suits you. Novel GPT is packed with models specifically trained to write genre-specific fiction, like Fantasy GPT, Sci-Fi GPT, Romance GPT, Thriller GPT, Mystery GPT, Young Adult GPT, and more. Simply upload your codex and your writing style, then prompt it to write your first chapter. For even better results, break down your chapter into beats just like I showed you in my codex. Trust me, your chapters will shine. For example, I divide my chapters into 4 beats. I'll use Novel GPT to write the first beat of Chapter 1, and I can get even more specific by setting exactly how much dialogue I want in each beat or chapter. For instance, each beat should be 500 words, with 25% of it being dialogue. This method not only helps you hit your word count, but also gives you more control over the final output. You'll repeat this process for each beat in every chapter, and by the end, you'll have a 50,000-word novel, or 70,000 depending on your goal. Once you've got all your chapters, it's time to run them through quality control. This step is absolutely crucial, especially if you're writing entirely with AI. Hire a beta reader or ask a friend who's an avid reader to give your book a thorough review before publishing. Personally, I like to use Editor GPT, which is also part of the course, to handle the editing. Then, I pass it on to a beta reader and a family member who loves fiction. After that, it's on to formatting your book and getting a stunning cover designed. You can hire someone for the cover, but there are so many tools available now that you can easily do it yourself. Check out examples on Amazon in your genre and emulate them by borrowing their color schemes and including male or female figures if they're featured on the covers. Use similar fonts to match the vibe. Tools like Leonardo AI, DALL inside ChatGPT, MidJourney, or Stable Diffusion can help you create your cover. Once you've got the design, you can take it into Photoshop or Canva to add your text, pen name, and back cover blurb. It's that simple. These covers were created right inside ChatGPT using CoverGPT, which is part of the course. It does a fantastic job of generating concepts, and if the results aren't quite what I'm looking for, I can always send them to a designer to have them professionally recreated, then add my titles, subtitles, and pen name. After packaging your book, it's time to promote it and launch. One of my favorite ways to launch a book on Amazon is by promo stacking. It's an absolute game changer. You'll want to use sites like Bargain Booksy and BookBub. This is where the real magic happens, helping you hit the bestseller list on Amazon and rake in thousands of dollars per month. Promo stacking takes advantage of targeted email lists filled with readers who love your genre. There are tons of these sites. Bargain Booksy and BookBub are just 2 great examples. For example, if you're promoting a romance book, it might cost $80 for the day, but the traffic you get is totally worth it. When I did this for my first book, I made it perma-free for the first week and racked up about 5,000 downloads. After that, I switched the price to $2.99, and the downloads kept coming. However, I wouldn't recommend going the perma-free route. Keep it around $1.99 for your launch instead. It's a sweet spot that still attracts readers without giving your work away for free. For promo stacking, choose one day for Bargain Booksy, then another for BookBub, and keep going with other platforms. Imagine Thursday for Bargain Booksy, Friday for BookBub, and so on. By doing this, you spread out your promotion across multiple days, keeping the excitement alive. And here's where it gets even more interesting. TikTok user-generated content is a powerhouse. There are writers making $10,000 a month just by leveraging TikTok to sell books. Partnering with creators who have earned their audience's trust can skyrocket your sales, leading to hundreds or even thousands of new fans. And that's how you craft a bestseller with ChatGPT. Check out the link in the description to access those models. The Novel GPT course gives you access to over 18+ custom-built GPT models, guiding you from generating an idea all the way to publishing a fully finished book with AI. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video. It really helps the channel. If you have any questions, just drop a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Subscribe for more content like this, and bye for now.